I've been swimming since my school days. The last time I swam was 4 years ago.
Let's go.
That's my caregiver partner and friend, Riley.
Almost there. Almost there. Let's clear all the hazards first.
Warren's actually an old friend. When he contacted me saying that he wants to get back into the swimming pool, I was more than happy to help him with that journey.
All right.
Initially, it was a lot of excitement, but as I stepped into the pool, I realized I was a little bit out of depth. The anxieties were building up. A little disoriented because it's been a while, but feels good.
When we're talking about deteriorating muscles and nerves, water actually provides much needed relief because you don't feel the full weight of your body when you're in the water. But the resistance that is needed to actually move through the water also helps him build his muscles up a little bit.
Are you intending to walk the whole length?
No.
Okay. Shall we turn around and go back to safety?
Yes, I was just waiting for that moment.
So it's whatever you're comfortable with.
As I ventured forward, I began to feel more confident.
Ready?
Yeah. Previously, before I was diagnosed with CMT, swimming was my stress reducers. I want to go back to swimming because it gives me the mental peace, that I'm in control. It gives me a sense of being able to use my body again.
And now the gangster's walking by himself in the pool. He's gonna run away from us soon.
You instantly saw that smile on his face, and there's nothing better to help someone who has lost a little bit of their confidence gain it back.
Catching my breath.
So every Sunday we have family dinner. Okay, in the evening, my mom always do the cooking. And it's something I look forward to is because we are very close.
My mother's side, both parents are Peranakan. I learned all the cooking from my mother.
My wife actually is good at every type of food that she cooks. I'm a Cantonese, so the type of food that I eat in the past is very different from what my wife is cooking, and I enjoy it very much.
Ivan, take for mommy the vinegar.
Oh. Vinegar.
When I'm cooking, I don't enjoy anybody, even Ivan, in my kitchen. Even my daughter-in-law comes in and says, yes, what do you want? Can you please go out? They will be blocking me. Sugar.
My mom helped me a lot during my growing up years. She fetched me to school, prepared food for me in school,
Ivan is my eldest son. When he was young, we even thought that he's a slow learner, somebody that keeps quiet and doesn't like to talk to us.
Come on.
Stop.
But after we discovered that actually he has hearing difficulty, that's the time that we actually double up to make sure that he's given the right education, the right guidance. I'm not the one that pushed the family beyond its limit. It's my wife. Because she don't believe that things cannot be done. She wants to make Ivan as normal as possible so that he can compete with the outside world. The moment he finishes his studies, she makes sure that he has to start a job. She will bring him to the place you go in and you do your stuff. And that is how he learned himself in Taekwondo in the first place.
Wow, smells so nice.
You want black sauce? Take for mommy black sauce.
She only helped me to find a job. She prepared food. Sometimes if there's days like I end work very late, she will send me back home after work.
Ivan, your tahu want to put hot plate or not?
I want to put hot plate.
Can. He has asthma when he was 2 years plus. From chronic asthma, we found out that his hearing impaired. So we did a test, then sent him to the hospital. I asked for speech therapy because my son talks like Donald Duck. He cannot hear, so he babble. They says no, so I waited for 1 year. Another registrar came. She says, okay, go for speech therapy. I was pregnant with my third son. I carry my second son and Ivan. At that time, we were quite poor, so we have to take a bus or take MRT 1 week twice. It's not subsidized, it's very expensive, and we paid for it. Then he can talk very well after that. Hey, hello, eat rice. He's a really good boy. I taught him never say no. You cannot say you don't try. You everything also have to try. He learned rollerblading, to cycle, taekwondo. Send him for swimming classes. Everything he have to learn. Whatever the brother learned, he have to go through.
I don't think I have special treatment for my parents. That doesn't mean that she doesn't have to ignore my 2 other brothers. If it's special treatment, he wouldn't care about my 2 brothers. I would not have a very good relationship with my 2 other brothers.
I feel that I succeeded in bringing him up as a normal person. He worked hard, he got married, he owns a house, he has 2 children.
People that has disability are not handicaps. They just need some help. If everybody is willing to stretch out their hand, these people will be as normal as possible. I'm proud of him.
You are late again.
Is that
You
Zora?
cannot, yeah.
Yo, what's up? Where are you?
I'm on the way.
Come quick. Come quick, okay?
Oh, okay. Good, good.
I actually got delayed because I was still at work. We're just here at the chalet to have a barbecue with the family.
It's just a get-together with the whole family since my sons have come back from India.
Wait, Baba, you saw
Yeah. I should, Papa.
It's not the most accessible place, but I have my brothers with me, so it's very convenient because they will obviously help me out and get me safe.
That way. Sad, you gotta come down. You want me to help you? Wait, I'll do a little bit. Yeah? No, because
My sons treat their sister as a grand lady of the house, more than me. She has been the center of my family all the way while because she was born after 4 boys.
yeah, success.
To be very honest, everyone thinks I'm the center of attention, but I feel like my brothers get pampered quite a lot.
No, wait, Zora, don't touch the wheel.
Slowly.
Yeah, wait. Zora, don't touch it.
My family consists of my husband, me, and my 8 children. So 5 boys and 3 girls.
This is the place I need to be.
Idris, now it's your turn. 2 of them are not there. One of them is, he have passed on. And one of them, he is traveling.
Why y'all standing there? My family made a lot of sacrifices. So when I met with an accident, it was not just my life that stopped. Everyone stopped.
After the accident, her brothers played a major role. Umar, basically, he looked after her in India. He took care, even washing the hair. He did not trust the nurse because there was a neck brace. And after that, I wanted her to come back to Singapore. That's when Sat stepped in. He had to stop the studies. He had to come back to Singapore to look after his sister. So completely, he was not doing anything else for 1 complete year. Sat looked after Zora.
Without family support and without the love and care, it is extremely hard to go over something so traumatic and come out stronger. Because I know of people who've been through something like this and don't want to leave the room. 1, 2, 3. I know some parents who might be ashamed of what has happened to their own child. Many people were talking after my accident. You guys gave her so much freedom and maybe that's why she ended up the way she did. But then my parents didn't care about any of that. Girls, come quick.
As a proud mother and wife, I can tell we are the best family on earth. Nobody ate lunch. We were preparing everything. I'm so proud of my family.
I can't. When was the last time you were here? Since graduation. Yep. Temasek Polytechnic, it's where we studied together, where we met. I've been Josh's closest friend ever since about 2015. If you think about it, 8 years ago, some of these people were 8 years old. All throughout primary and secondary school, a lot of the things that I enjoyed were visual. I was able to see and make friends. The next part is flat. During my polytechnic years, that was when I was really still adjusting to my life as a person with a vision impairment. I wanted to be a photographer and now I couldn't do that. A lot of things became more difficult, including social situations. I felt like I was missing out on social cues and I struggled a lot to relate to people.
希望能再重开始. When you are around that age where a lot of your peers are either achieving a lot of things in school or finding themselves outside, having a huge social life, making friends, making connections, it kind of makes me wonder, like, what is this all for? You want to sit inside?
Yep.
It was a persistently low mood. For a period of time, it just kind of felt like, why do I even bother? I am not really measuring up to anybody's standards. How come your marks are lower? Or how come your position is lower? I don't know. Every time I think I've proven to myself that I can do it, then I look at the next person ahead of me and I say, but I'm not that guy. I've never really accepted myself for who or what I am. I can't say I'm happy in my own skin.
Just try until you find something that works out. Which you, to your credit, that's exactly what you're doing.
Yeah.
When I was losing my eyesight and feeling like I had no control over the situation, I think that gave me a lot more empathy and compassion for people in this position. So when Keng Hui opened up to me about how he was feeling and how he was struggling, I really strongly related to that because I knew exactly how he felt. If you work hard, you work hard. Just say you work hard.
Yes, I work hard,
You don't have to work 100% all the time, but you work hard.
Yeah. We spend so many nights or days just talking. Having somebody there just to talk to, just to say that, hey, I'm there for you. We're here for each other. That was good enough, honestly. Look, I don't necessarily think I'm very memorable.
Huh?
Most of the time, I'm more or less following your lead. None of this would have been possible without you.
Sometimes he feels like he can't do certain things because of some reason that he invents, and I remind him like, hey, you know, you're actually very capable, and I believe that you can do it if you set your mind to it. So we do that for one another.
During my NS, there was a point when I did, basically, I almost went through with an attempt. When my commanding officer found out, he did end up helping me schedule an appointment with the IMH. Because of that, I eventually was introduced to therapy. From there, it was a long road of not necessarily never having to deal with suicidal ideation again, but it's putting in place your support system, who's the people that you can turn to, and your coping mechanisms, so that when my suicidal ideation comes up, I will know that, okay, I'm trying to avoid feeling something.
Today, I'm here to meet my job coach from SG Enable, and we're going to walk through some of the job opportunities available for me.
Hey, how are you today?
I'm good, thank you.
All right. Okay, I book a room.
I've been without a job since the beginning of 2020, demoralizing, literally counting the pennies, and I've been blessed with some small project work and financial aid from agencies. But I need to be able to live further than that. It's dignity.
This role is a visitor experience agent, but the employer is MBS lah.
I will need just to get used to exiting Bayfront and getting used to the area around there. There were 5 opportunities. 3 were with MBS, very customer service related, very much in the casino setting. Then I was given another one which was Tan Tock Seng.
You did share with me that you wouldn't mind working in a hospital setting, right? Yeah. So I happen to have a patient service associate role, specialized in financial counseling. It's available. The good thing is that generally it's wheelchair access. My only concern is that it can be quite crowded.
My biggest challenge would be with regards to my transportation. I'm still trying to gain my confidence in terms of traveling alone, using a motorized wheelchair, and adapting to the environment.
MRT station during peak hours, it can get pretty scary and pretty crowded. It can be difficult for them to get on as well.
There is this customer service agent role with SPD. They actually set up a SPD contact center in EV. The responsibility is like call center related kind of roles.
So this just went to the top of the list already.
All right.
This really reaches out to me because I feel I'll be in a better position because I'm going to be working with fellow PWDs. The most exciting job and the one that really spoke to me right now is a job by SPD, also known as Serving People with Disabilities. As a PWD, it's very hard to sit across an able-bodied person and hear an empathetic point of view. Very often we feel it's very sympathetic. So when you have another fellow PWD, you know that they have experienced what you experienced. And that's where I think the connection is. And that's what I want to be able to do, connect.
Shelton, you might need to brush up on your traveling skills.
Yeah.
Because for that particular role, it requires a confident traveler so that you can actually guide the fellow PWDs in their journey.
Definitely, I fully understand.
Today we're going on a trip. It's super exciting. We're going to Thailand. We're going to be visiting a friend there and also taking some photos there to re-engage with the hobby that I haven't touched in many, many years. Never been before, so it's a brand new experience. Actually, this is the first time Ned and I will be traveling together. Being visual impaired definitely poses some complications when it comes to travel, logistics, right? It's not as simple as just free roaming. Having her who I can trust to guide me around safely, that makes a lot of difference. And of course, on my end, I need to cooperate with her and compromise on a few areas. Wherever she wants to go, I basically have to follow.
One moment, yeah.
Careful, cars.
We are now in Malacca. We used to have our getaway with my family once a year. Because of COVID, for the 3 years, we haven't had the chance to go back to Malacca.
Look at the painting, so nice.
Painting on the wall.
Every year we come to Malacca with Ivan's family since my first child born. I look forward to visit Malacca. This is the exciting part of the family together.
When I come to Malacca, what I should have is the Peranakan food. My wife is meeting up Mr. Cedric Tan, so he is a very expert in the Peranakan culture.
I was born, bred and grew here in Malacca town. I'm the 6th generation Baba from my father's side. And I've been exposed to the Peranakan culture ever since the day I was born. This is one of the best lace table in the house. At night you can see the stars. We have a bit of sebak there, otak-otak, lady's finger with sambal. This Peranakan food is a contemporary version of a Chinese food. We may use basic Chinese technique of cooking like braising, steaming, but when you add a bit of spices or brandy, you get something new. Normally, the filling for paiti is made from julienne jicama, sliced much finer as compared to popiah. Instead of using those sweet sauce like the one you use to popiah, use chili with vinegar. So that would create more appetite for you to eat.
Okay, I never had a kueh paiti before. There are some vegetables inside. I don't like vegetables very much. At least I tried it out My mother taught me a lot of how should we have good manners, especially when we eating. My whole entire family will be very surprised that I eat the kueh pie tee on the TV show. Actually, it's very delicious.
If you just eat buah keluak without rice, then you have a problem because peeling of the black seed called keluak, it can be a bit too strong for some people. Your mom cooks buah keluak very often?
Once a week.
Wow, here in Malacca, we call it a festive dish. Chinese New Year or when they pray to their ancestors.
It tastes also very nice. It's also my first time having this, the buah keluak. I can say that I'm quite a picky eater.
I treat Ivan like a regular person. His mom also cooks almost similar kind of food. I know that he feels shy because he has this setback, but he made it up by sharing our same interest, in this case, Peranakan food.
What's in the skyline?
In the foreground, there's like the lower buildings, the river, the temple. Further out will be all the different high-rise buildings.
I used to be a photographer when I was in my teenage years before I lost the remainder of my eyesight. I've always been thinking about whether or not I could get back into it. So my left eye can see blurry sort of colors, and on my right eye is like looking through frosted glass.
I kind of can't see anything if you're hogging it, you know?
Too wide, is it?
Yeah.
Where's the temple?
Further to the right.
Back in my teenage years, I've always been fairly interested in cameras, you know. In secondary school, I decided to join the photography club, and I was one of the school's official photographers. That was something that I really, really deeply enjoyed. The last time I seriously picked up a camera was probably when I was still in secondary school, so it's been basically 10 years. Let's go. Right. What's around us?
On the left, there's like a little like garden area, and then on the other side, it's like a canal.
Okay.
And there's like trees on either side.
Sure, let's try. One thing that I have to accept is that I'll never be able to do photography the same way that I used to. I have all the technical knowledge on how to operate a camera, but in terms of actually doing it in my current situation, being vision impaired, I'm an infant. I'm completely new to this experience. Okay, what's that?
Once we determine a location, I'll start describing the different things around the area for him. And I'll also help him check the different framing angles. Josh is better at framing a subject than I might be, because he has more technical know-how. He'll be like, oh, you know, maybe we should take it from this angle instead. And that's an angle I personally didn't consider.
Where's the sun now?
It's almost going behind a building. Soon.
I have something in mind for the sunlight. So can we set it to P mode? 1, 2, 3, 4.
No,
4?
No,
This one?
That's I auto.
This one?
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Try.
Here? Okay, wait, let me get on his level.
You notice that the flowers are sticking out from the metal bar. I feel like Josh has really retained his photographer's touch, even though he isn't able to see, but I feel like he's able to imagine the scene in his head pretty vividly.
How does this look?
It's a good shot, but...
I wanted someone walking on the bridge. Is there someone walking on the bridge now?
No, there isn't anyone going to.
Can you do it?
Oh God, okay. How far should I stand? Facing the camera or away from camera?
Facing me.
Do I need to do anything in particular?
No, just walk. Babe.
Yeah.
Can you hold your straps? Tell me when you're leading up to, not when you're at the spot, okay? Then I'll take a few photos, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Now that I have the chance to do it, I'm going to seize the opportunity to do it and make sure that I don't take it for granted. If I came up with more creative ideas, perhaps I could make a small exhibition. That would be really cool.
When you see the grass.
It was very fresh. 要不要吃？ Peter is my only brother. He's looking after my mom.
This year I'm turning 24 years old and I'm currently doing part-time as a banquet server and doing Grab delivery food.
Me and my mom cannot get along very well. To avoid the conflict, I stay away from home. My relationship with my mom is very strained. Whenever she sees me, she will chase me with a broom. She'll ask me to get out. She said I was a mistake. So far, how are you coping with mom?
Okay.
The screaming at night still going on.
Yeah.
But does she still forget her things?
Sometimes she forget where her key, then her wallet, where she will say I take.
When my mom threw me inside the rubbish chute, they did a psychological test on her. She was given a clean stick of mental health. So she knew what she was doing.
When I was 16, Riley mentioned to me that she was thrown down the rubbish chute by my mother. Somehow she looks normal, but I don't know if she's having mental illness or what. Cause can't tell.
Does she take her medication?
That one I don't know.
You check her medication box.
Yeah, it's still full. Then I asked her she got eat, then she just keep telling me she got eat.
You have to remind her, Lord.
Every morning I ask her 吃药了吗?
Then what she will tell you?
Then she will say 吃药. It was okay living with her for the past 2 years, but only this year she will scream and shout. She's just talking to herself and all that.
Ever since my brother moved back to live with my mom, it has been quite a stressful ride. Let it bite you, because she is dealing with dementia and then she has this thing called the sundown syndrome where she doesn't sleep at all, she shouts.
I'm actually quite stressed out and I'll just on my Grab app and then go out for delivery and all that.
Ouch.
Hey, so fast.
What do you do when you are stressed?
Let's go out with friends.
People with dementia, it's not easy for them. So maybe you can just ask her to count to 10. Especially when she's shouting at night, right? You can't sleep, right? Gentle talk with her, so that she's being reassured.
I don't blame my mom. I think her mental is not that good. She can't think well. I wouldn't say love, it's just caring for her. I don't feel any love coming from her.
So the only thing that I can provide Peter is to be physically and emotionally there for him. The worst case scenario is to send her to an old folks home where they can actually have better management of her. She gets the help she needs.
You not eating, man?
I'll peel another one for myself. You slowly eat, then I will have time to eat. You don't everything put inside your mouth. You put inside your mouth, then I got no time to eat already.
How's the sky today?
It's quite clear.
Clear? Okay, that's nice.
It's very bright also.
So Nat and I are going to be visiting someone very special today, a new friend to us, Boon Rod. He's a fellow person with a disability and he's also a content creator. Hopefully we can get some tips from him. What does Boon Rod look like?
We saw his videos last night, right? He was very energetic.
Start every video, hi! Maybe I ask you, where do you get all your energy? What's your secret, Boon Rod? There are people who are totally vision impaired, totally blind, and travel independently all by themselves. It is possible. I just wouldn't say I have the most confidence in doing it myself. So yeah, very lucky to have Nat here with me.
Hello.
Hello. Hi, Boon Rod. Thanks for having us.
Welcome to my home.
Thank you. Before meeting Boon Rod, Nat and I both went to check out his videos online. He is the same in person. He's very warm in his personality. So we heard you had cancer at 3 months old?
มา3 เดือนครับบุญรอดบอกว่าเหมือนเจอก้อนเนื้อที่ท้องของผมครั้งนี้
When I was 3 months old, my mother found something wrong in my stomach.
รู้ว่าคุณหมอว่าบุญรอดเป็นมะเร็งที่ตับครับเลยต้องผ่าตัดตอนนั้นเลยเพื่อเอามะเร็งที่ตับออกไปแล้วก็รักษาต้องแค่คีโม6 คอร์สแล้วทั้งสิ้นใช้เวลาประมาณทั้งหมด1 ปีในการรักษาครับผมคราวนี้พอโตขึ้นมาเนี่ยเหมือนกล้ามเนื้อมันไม่ได้แบบพัฒนาขึ้นทำให้มีปัญหาเรื่องการเดินเรื่องการพูดอะไรอย่างนี้ครับผม
And then now you have the YouTube, right? So how do you get started?
Yes. ต้องบอกว่าบุญรอดครับอยู่ในคณะวารสารสารสามัญชนบุญรอดจบคณะนี้มาแล้วก็ ก็คือมีน้องคนหนึงชื่อน้องภูเขานะครับวันหนึ่งน้องบอกว่าทักมาชวนพี่บุญรอดครับแบบไปถ่ายยูทูบเป็นไหมลองอัดคลิปเล่นๆกันบุญรอดก็เลยตัดสินใจว่าลองดูก็ได้ก็เลยอัดคลิปกับน้องเล่นๆดูสรุปว่าคือตอนแรกกะว่าจะทำให้คนในคณะได้ดูแค่นึงแต่พอมันมีการแชร์ไปปุ๊บเนี่ยคนก็เริ่มรู้จักเรามากขึ้นเริ่มที่ชอบเรามากขึ้นต้องบอกว่ามันก็มีทั้งแบบทั้งคนที่ชอบและคนที่ไม่ชอบเนาะไก่ย่างที่บ้านนี้ก็น่ากินเลยชื่อว่าเต้าป้าตอบไก่
อันไหนอร่อยสุด
ไก่ย่างอะไรสุด
ฮะไก่ย่างใช่ไหม
Can you explain a bit the income structure for your YouTube?
ต้องบอกบุญรอดแบบโชคดีมากที่บุญรอดไม่เคยหาสปอนเซอร์เลยมีแต่สปอนเซอร์ที่เข้ามาหาเราเพราะว่าเราเป็นตัวเราและหนึ่งอย่างคือเรื่องรายได้ที่เข้ามาแล้วรู้สึกว่าตอนนี้รายได้เราค่อนข้าง stable มากคืออยู่ได้อาจจะแบบไม่ได้มากมายแต่มันก็อยู่ได้มันมากกว่าเงินเดือนปกติที่เราได้ประมาณ3 เท่าก็คือเราอยู่ได้ละ
เธอไม่มีเพลงมันเต้นได้ไงวะ กูรู้สึกเหมือนคุณครูอะดูตามพวกมึงอยู่อะ เหมือนคุณครูไม่คิดตาเองห้ามถ่ายติดหน้าคนอื่น
มันเป็นลิขสิทธิ์ของเรา
ไม่บุญรอดบอกว่าเป็นลิขสิทธิ์เป็นลิขสิทธิ์
คือบุญรอดรู้สึกว่าสังคมไทยอะครับมันมีการบูลลี่เยอะมากๆทุกวันทุกเวลาเลยทุกวันนี้บุญรอดเป็นบูลลี่เยอะมากๆแบบบุญรอดเลือกที่จะแบบไม่เทคแอคชั่นกับมันบุญรอดรู้สึกว่าคำบูลลี่อะมันไม่ได้มีเอฟเฟกต์อะไรกับชีวิตเราเลยอย่าเอาความสุขของเราอะไปที่คนอื่นปล่อยมันไปอย่าไปแค่คำบูลลี่อะไรเลยแต่ในบางครั้งบุญรอดรู้สึกว่าคำบูลลี่บางคำมันกลับเป็นการพัฒนาเราให้เรามีศักยภาพมากขึ้นเราต้องรู้ว่าบูลลี่นั้นเป็นบูลลี่ที่แบบที่ด่าหรือว่าเป็นการแนะนำเรามากกว่ากันครับผม
Looking at someone like Boon Rod is a really solid role model on how I can improve the content, improve the money-making opportunities, improve the financial sustainability of the whole operation. One of the things that I'm really going to have to work on is how do I make my videos more entertaining, cut loose a little bit more, and try to have more fun.
เมื่อเราเป็นโควิดเลยต้องกักตัว
I am meeting Elisa today. She's the founder of Will and Well and my friend.
But you took a cab, right?
I wanted to get some advice.
No, you look good too. How long has it been since we met?
We did a shoot on Arab Street.
It really has been a couple of years.
I have some exciting news to share with you. I'm actually launching inclusive line. It's activewear and I really
Very on brand.
Honestly, I think you inspired me 4 years ago when I met you.
Firstly, I admire you for your courage to want to do this. And I must say that activewear is definitely not an easy area at all, just because you know how activewear forms around the body. The fit gotta be perfect.
I don't know if the pieces that I'm creating right now are going to work, but I want to try to see.
She herself as a user definitely understands the challenges more than I would, but I personally think that it is challenging. You wore this
I
for
wore
the
a
shoot.
dress. Oh yes, I have. This is the longer
Yes,
dress.
this was the long one.
Yeah.
This is the longer one. What makes a piece of garment inclusive is one that is designed by understanding the needs of even the marginalized, your PWDs, your elderlies, your caregivers. Super easy. Instead of your back zippers, we have moved it to the front.
Yeah. Yours was the first dress I ever wore. I don't wear dresses, I'm very insecure.
I must say that there are times it might only meet the needs of a wheelchair user, not necessarily a user with dementia. I think it's fine. We can call out the differences and it's still a solution. This, zippers, undo it.
Nice. This is quite similar to like the shorts that I'm making.
The shirt that you were wearing, or most of us wear, we have changed it up with what we call Mag Snap. It's a magnetic snap solution. A lot of necklaces always have this very fine and very small hooks that you need to get to. So this,
magnetic.
For the solution that we have,
pretty.
It's also a magnetic snap.
It was so nice to see the new designs that you've made, and I'm actually so excited to show you when my designs arrive. There has been a huge delay in me receiving my samples. Luckily, Elisa told me that it was normal. I think at least that gave me a bit of encouragement that, okay, it's gonna be fine. I just have to be a bit more patient till my samples arrive. I will show you when they arrive.
So cute.
So you said you've seen some of my videos, right? Do you have any feedback?
Hello everyone! Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So louder.
Yeah, louder.
More energy. Okay.
And sometimes you can change the location.
Okay, yeah, yes.
You can change the clothes.
What kind of clothes do you think I should wear?
Sometimes it's formal.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not formal.
Okay.
หรือบางครั้งครับให้โจทย์แบบว่านำเสนอมุมมองบางๆของคนพิการที่คนสิงคโปร์ไม่เคยเห็นมาก็ได้โจทย์มีเพื่อนที่แบบมีความพิการแบบต่างกันอาจจะแบบนำมาพูดคุยด้วยกันแบบว่าคุณมีอุปสรรคอะไรกันชีวิตแล้วฉันมีอะไรเหมือนเป็นการแชร์เรื่องกันระหว่างเพื่อนที่มีความเป็นเบิร์เหมือนกัน
You kind of have to care a little bit less because you're going to have to be loud. Okay, so today I'm with Boon Rod from Thailand. Just having to push yourself and energy level up as much as possible, that really maximizes the entertainment value. Wow, actually it's a bit tiring. Okay.
60 days is May 2nd, 4K.
What? You're looking at the right one, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, it's news to me also, it's just sinking in now. We're almost there. Just checked, TikTok has almost reached 1 million views. We've only been doing it for a few months and this is really amazing response. Let's look to push ourselves even further and reach monetization and financial sustainability sometime this year.
Thank you, bye-bye!
Okay.
Today, I'm actually going to be traveling on my own to be able to travel independently with a lot more confidence, less anxiety, to prepare myself when I go back to work.
Okay, push.
Using a motorized wheelchair, it allows me to move independently. I won't need Riley to be with me. There will be some inconveniences. Need to move the shoe there.
Okay.
The weather being one, the wheelchair will be damaged because of the battery pack. See you. It's not waterproof. The other worry would be gauging the distance. There is a battery lifespan on this. I need to be able to make sure that I have enough battery to bring me to the location and then bring me back. I had anxiety at the beginning when going up the bus. My worry was, would I be able to go up the little ramp? Would it be crowded? I had a very accommodating bus driver. She was not rushing me. While we were traveling, when she stopped at the bus stop, she would just take a glance back to make sure that everything's okay. Other than the bus, I decided to take the train as well. So as I entered the gantry, I attempted to tap my EasyLink card. Had a bit of problem. Once I got through the gantry, I felt very much more confident. It was just as if I'm back to a normal state. The only difference, I'm in a wheelchair. The train experience was a little bit more anxiety. Literally every seat was taken. I guess during peak periods, there will be MRT stuff around. I put my faith in my fellow passengers that they will allow me a bit of leeway to get in. It's important for my mental health that I'm not overly dependent. I'm capable of showing the fact that I do have more than a disability, but ability.
And relax.
I'm planning to get my third black belt in Kumuye.
Let's move on to 10 meters, please.
We have about 1 more month to go. I feel a bit pressure.
Kyogong. Manjak. Paoshi. Today we are going to work on some archery techniques. For Ivan's third dan grading, he will need to hit 3 out of 6 arrows at 20 meters. Okay, good. Next arrow. There's a lot of mental strength and focus required. Maybe having this hearing difficulty might actually be a plus for him. A lot of things like noise and activities surrounding can usually affect the person's focus.
This archery is different from the sport archery. It's harder to pull. We use most of our finger to hold the arrow and then we try to release the arrow and shoot.
Very next arrow. Reminder, I know it's heavier, but try to pull the arrow all the way to the cheek.
You take your strength and then you need to know when you should breathe and relax, keeping the focus on the target as well.
Oh shit. As a sword form, the practitioner must be capable of handling a real sword. Miss Joanne, you take the 3 blade Mr. Shahril says for this grading, which is third dan, he's required to actually do some complex cutting. To pass, they must cut according to the intent. So there's 4 diagonal cuts, and then we have 2 horizontal cuts, one from the left, one from the right. Relax your shoulders, rotate your hip, cut. High guard. What we want to see Ivan do for his assessment is that he's able to complete a cut with the correct intent.
The challenge is sword TV. I must be able to swing the sword with one flow. We have to cut in the angle like about 45 degree to 30 degree of cut. Downward cut 45, upward cut 45.
1 inch from the top. See how long we can use one mat.
So if the cut is parallel, then you kick.
When you hit, you move. Here it goes, then it cut upward. Follow through. Don't stop and change your direction. For most martial arts, the third dan black belt is the most advanced. That is that last step before he go for his fourth dan. Fourth dan will be the level where they will be considered a master.
I don't think I have practiced enough because I need to balance my time between spending time with my family and then training myself. It's a struggle to find time to practice. I'm not sure whether I'm confident to get my black belt.
See, that's way too much. See, you have to be focused. Don't cut so much. One more time.
We are visiting Caregivers Alliance. I was a recent graduate. I'll get to meet the trainers. I'm also here today basically to support Riley, who recently attended a course.
So how did you fare with COVID?
The lockdown was one of the worst parts with what's happening to me physically, the job situation, the marriage situation, and quite an overwhelming experience.
Right.
So Caregivers Alliance runs a program for caregivers of loved ones with mental health issues. I met Sheldon in 2020. He was looking after his mum with depression.
I had a very challenging childhood. When I was 8 years old, my mom threw me into the rubbish chute.
8 years old?
Yeah. I ran away from my foster parents, and
Right.
then I was placed in a children's home where you have tons of kids making fun of you and everything. Then I couldn't cope with my class. I was placed in a special school, and that's when I was diagnosed with mild intellectual disability.
Do you think you have that?
I don't think I have that.
While you were in your various foster homes, what sort of support did you get?
My foster parents were abusive as well. I ran away a total of 3 times before they told me, okay, we're going to place you in a children's home.
And so you lost contact with your family?
My mom went to prison. When my mom was released from the prison, she came to visit and everything, but I refused to see her.
How did you work with that resistance? What were some of the emotions, if you do remember?
I hated her and I blame her for everything. If she didn't do what she did, I wouldn't be in a special school. I would have really gotten to where I wanted to be, which is nursing. And because of me being in a special school, I'm not able to reach my goals.
How did that hate sort of present itself?
I used to be really suicidal, 16 till I was about 21. It was an incident that I am not comfortable to share, and I still
Definitely,
don't
it's
want to
okay.
talk about it.
So because of that incident, you wanted to take your own life. Did anybody help you? Did you seek help?
Back then, people around me who knows that I have suicidal ideation, they would just call the police on me, so I didn't tell anyone.
Because where did they send you to IMH, is it?
Yes.
But you know, if you do have suicide ideation, it's best to talk to someone. People who thought of killing themselves, they need a purpose and a meaning. So in your case, it's your son, you know, because if you're not around, he's going to miss his mom, right?
Yeah. It was more of my son and my younger brother that actually gave me a purpose to want to live.
I think the best course for us to do is listen to what they have to say, learn about what they were going through, what drove them to that point of wanting no return. Listening bit is most essential because that is a period where you can actually allow them to so-called hang on in life. Usually, it's a continuous journey because once they have that ideation in their mind, it doesn't go away.
What I hear from you is a lot of hope. I also see that you've had a very nurturing relationship with your brother. How did you find yourself building that connection with your brother?
We were placed in the children's home together. I told myself I need to be responsible for my brother because he cannot rely on anyone else.
What are some of the emotions in you towards your mom at this stage?
I'm still trying my best to forgive her. I'm just tired of hating.
I'm also a little bit curious. You say you wanted to be a nurse and you cannot enroll in a nursing course because of that MID label.
Yes, I've tried many times and the reply was like, hey, we do not offer people from special school nursing course.
Do you know where to get yourself re-diagnosed?
We reach out to MINDS and be getting it done, a reassessment.
Yeah, because usually these are done by psychologists, right? They put you through a test.
So you're building your personal power, right? One step at a time.
Yes.
Here, basically, they are all, it's all together. It's like, look at them.
We are going to be raising funds at the Blind Community Day Gala dinner. I made a piece for the event. Definitely, there's a sense of satisfaction.
Ready?
Today we are having the third Dan Black Belt year grading.
Miss, I am at MINDS Clinic for the reassessment of my mild intellectual disability.